The following program is a part of Black Squirrel Entertainment.
Which television star is cancer-free?
And what new movie was filmed all within GTA 5?
Making Kent feel like Hollywood, this is The Blurb. Welcome back. I'm your Oobleck-like personality, Rocco Grassi.
And I'm your silly band's advocate, Nick Keller.
You know, there weren't too many big stories this week, but I think we got a nice little pile of them.
Yeah, I think we found the best.
It was a low tide, but there's some stuff to talk, so let's do it. Let's just start off with a good one.
Yeah.
Jenna Fisher, known for her role as Pam Beesly in The Office, revealed last week on October 8th that she has recently completed treatment for stage 1 triple-negative breast cancer, letting her Instagram followers know that she is now, thankfully, cancer-free after undergoing surgery, chemotherapy, and radiation treatment. Fisher said she was eager to show fans how happy and healthy she is, and completed the look with a new patchy pixie haircut. Followed several months of treatment after her diagnosis in December 2023. She chose to share the news during Breast Cancer Awareness Month to encourage other women to go for regular mammograms. Quote, "My tumor was so small it could not be felt on a physical exam," she said. "If I'd waited 6 months longer, things could have been much worse," end quote.
That makes me really happy.
Yeah, it's a really nice thing.
I'm glad she caught it.
Yeah, I'm glad. It's always a good thing to talk about.
Yeah. Well, in other news, a new documentary shot entirely inside the video game Grand Theft Auto 5 will be coming to US theaters later this year. The documentary follows, quote, "the hilarious and profoundly moving story of two out-of-work actors as they try to stage a full production of Hamlet within this notoriously violent digital world," end quote. The film is an example of a machinima, a method of filmmaking that uses in-game graphics to create a cinematic experience. It was shot entirely in the game. The film won the Jury Award for Best Documentary Feature at the South by Southwest Film Festival. It's a celebration of the dedication, vulnerability, and trust involved in the creative act. The streaming platform Mubi acquired the film for US and global streaming. It will also be released theatrically. We here at The Blurb are certainly curious, to say the least, that we're getting a GTA movie before we get GTA 6.
It's really weird that you're able to go see Grand Theft Auto in theaters.
Yeah.
Like every 6-year-old in 2012 is going crazy right now.
Seriously.
Like, I hate to break our streak because I know we have this going on, but we got to keep it going. Swifties, get your wallets ready for another dive into the Swift Zone, as Taylor Swift has finally announced her physical debut of the entirety of the Tortured Poets Department Anthology Edition, which, for those of you who aren't up to speed, is the second part of the double album from Taylor Swift. The vinyl and CD, which features a bonus 4 new alleged acoustic songs and a 500-page booklet with exclusive photos from the Eras Tour, will all be for sale this Friday exclusively at Target.
That's really cool. I think with the entire anthology.
Yeah,
that would be really
I'm
cool.
excited to hear like So High School. I think it'll be kind of fun. I'll say it.
Yeah. Well, comedian John Mulaney is returning to Netflix for a new live variety talk show. Netflix chief content creator Bella Baharia announced the pickup at Bloomberg's Screen Time conference Thursday, saying that the streaming service is hoping to build off John Mulaney Presents Everybody's in LA. The talk show concept for Mulaney hosted the service earlier this year. The weekly show will launch in early 2025, with Mulaney also working as executive producer and co-showrunner. Specific details are still under wraps. Bella Baharia said, quote, "I was there at a couple of tapings, and it was so bold and original and fresh and unprecedented, unpredictable, and I think it'll be really fun to get to do a show live with him," end quote. I know I'm personally extremely excited for this, considering I've been a fan of his for years.
Yeah, his last live special was really fun.
I thought it was
enjoyed
fun.
it. So I think this will be nothing but a smash hit.
Yeah.
So, well, let's just hit this one. A few weeks ago, we had mentioned the ongoing case of Sean Diddy Combs, and now most recently we have obtained a date for his trial. The federal trial date for Diddy is scheduled to start May 5th of next year, and Combs has remained jailed in Brooklyn since he was arrested on September 16th after 2 separate judges twice denied him bail. The courts will be looking into the wave of lawsuits accusing him of sexual assault and misconduct over the decades. A federal indictment alleged Combs orchestrated and recorded coerced sex acts during gatherings known as freak-offs. Combs faces life in prison if he's convicted.
Yeah, I'm glad that they finally have a trial date set for that.
Yeah.
I think that he needs to...
Justice has to happen.
Yeah,
This is,
sure.
it's messy. So.
Well, and a little bit more happier news. Kids haven't even donned their costumes for a night of trick-or-treating, and already Spirit Halloween is preparing for the holidays. The temporary retail chain reliably pops up every year in hundreds of vacant storefronts across the country to peddle spooky home decor, costumes, and towering outdoor animatronic decorations. But this year, the chain owned by Spencer Gifts, which opened its first pop-up store in the Bay Area in 1983, will be sticking around a little longer. The company has revealed plans to soon open 10 Spirit Christmas stores across the Northeast United States. The Spirit Christmas official website says, quote, "Discover thousands of stocking stuffers, holiday apparel, fun gifts, unique decor, plus all the special trimmings for creating an unforgettable Christmas," end quote. As avid Christmas lovers, we here at the Blurb are very excited for this.
I'm really sad because I don't think there's one like near us at all.
No, I think it's, I think I read the list and it said of the 10, the closest one to us is going to be like Erie, Pennsylvania.
Oh, guess we gotta go.
So yeah, for sure.
Well, don't go anywhere because we are going to be talking about the controversial Joker 2 right after the break.
You know what time it is. We're back for another Behind the Blurb as per usual. The only segment on the Blurb where we have some of the best decor that you can find. I say that because today we're going to bring a cast member behind the Blurb that is very well known for their outfits, especially all the pins that they wear on them, and just their theme commitments overall. So please welcome Peter Karam. My man.
Hello.
Hey, howdy, hey.
Hey.
It's an absolute pleasure to have you behind the Blurb. How's it going?
Good, how are you? It's great being here.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, I wasn't kidding, by the way, y'all. Like, check Peter out with all his pins. You got, like, so many pins on. You got, like, a bunch of Spider-Man, a Deadpool one, some Star Wars. You got a lot there.
Yeah, I do.
It's probably going to keep growing as time goes by.
Yeah.
But anyway, with that out of the way, let's kind of jump right into this. So, you've been on the Blurb for a little over a semester now. You're coming onto your second semester now. So I wanted to ask you, what made you want to join the Blurb, and how would you like pitch the Blurb to somebody if they wanted to join?
Well, let's see. I love talking about like pop culture, film, show, music, like anything that has to do with pop culture in general. And like the fact like this is like what the Blurb is about, it just like it fits right in my alley. And how I would pitch this to someone, I would just say like it's a show that like basically talks about pop culture, and it's like really fun, especially the people that are like here.
Like me, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like
yeah, that's you see, he knows what he's talking about. Thank you, Peter.
You're welcome.
Anyway, you know, since we're talking about pop culture and whatnot, and since we're all about making Kevin feel like Hollywood, I kind of want to ask you a Hollywood-related question here now. So, if you could be any celebrity for one day, which would that be?
That is a tricky question, but if I had to choose, I would probably be Hugh Jackman. Because
Hugh Jackman, okay.
I love Hugh Jackman, and who wouldn't want to be like a guy who like played like one of the most iconic Marvel characters ever, especially since Marvel's gonna make him do it until he's 90. Who wouldn't want that, right?
That's a reference of all time. Why don't you add a little Wolverine pin onto your jacket there?
Yeah, I've been meaning to.
Yeah. Are you gonna upgrade to like patches?
I'm thinking about it. I would like put patch on my sleeves, but like since they're like cloth and not like jacket material.
Yeah. You should get like a Letterman's and then just like patch up a bunch of stuff related to everything that you're into.
I'll definitely consider that.
Yeah, please do. Anyway, my next question would be, what would you do if you all of a sudden won $20 million no tax?
I never thought of a question like that.
And 20 million specifically.
I would donate half of that to a charity, maybe a children's hospital. And for the rest, I'm not sure. Maybe, obviously, to like pay for like an apartment, etc. And obviously to just get by in general. But I would probably donate some more.
All right, so we're all about donating.
Yeah.
I see. Well, hey, I mean, it's great that you mentioned that. It's great that you want to like get involved in like a practice like that. It's always like a great idea, and it's actually great that you mentioned that because this Saturday, November 2nd, is actually our charity charity live stream known as Extra Life that we hold every year here at Student Media for Kent State. You can catch on November 2nd from 10 a.m. to 2 a.m. Tune in, watch us, entertainment shows, have a lot of fun, and consider donating because we're going to be raising money for Akron Children's Hospital throughout the entire day. So we'd love for you guys to tune in, and it would be a great time. Ain't that right, Peter?
Yes, correct.
You know, you're a goat, you know that.
Thanks. So are you.
Peter Karam, everybody. We will be right back for more programming.
It has been 5 years since the release of Joker, starring Joaquin Phoenix, has came out, and after a long wait, the sequel, titled Joker, Folie, is finally here. The sequel not only has Joaquin Phoenix reprising his role, but Lady Gaga joined the cast as Harley/Lee Quinn. The film has been out for 2 weeks, and is still one of the most talked about films in the world. But not for the right reasons, since the reviews from both critics and audiences have been negative. Let's see what the cast's thoughts are about this very, very controversial film.
First of all, I would just like to say, Peter, it's great to see you in the big chair.
Yeah.
Like, this is really
I
nice.
was so excited.
I'm really happy to your host.
Yeah.
This is the Peter Sode.
This is Peter's moment. So, yeah. Who wants to go, huh?
Amory, you.
What a show! What a movie!
Let's start off with you, my friend.
It was a film of all time.
Did you like it?
No.
Sounds like you loved it.
I despise. Despise is a strong word.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the first one, so I was excited for this one. And then when I plopped down in my seat at Kent Movie Scoops Theater, my dreams were crushed. Like just the. It was just, they had so much potential, and it just was not realized at all, and it makes me so angry.
I agree. I think there was a little bit of like, I'm also not as passionate about that. I went with my mom because my mom was like, let's watch the movie, and I was like, all right, sure, why not? And I saw the first one, and I really liked the first one, obviously. But I agree. I think that there was a little bit of like a letdown with the hype. And we can't get into spoilers, which is so tragic. It's so tragic. But I think my hot take is that I didn't actually hate this movie. I think the cinematography was really beautiful.
Okay,
I think the
I can get
storyline.
behind that.
I think the storyline was really good. No, I mean, I think I had a good time watching it, but I'm also the type of person that like I can go to any movie and just like enjoy it. I think.
So I actually saw this movie alone. Just because my roommate was gone. And
Average Joker viewing
but
experience.
I was texting Rocco the entire
Joker
time.
This is true.
I literally just like, oh my god, this is so dumb. Oh my god, we're so back. Oh my god, this is so dumb. Just back and forth.
Wait, so you were texting in the theater?
Well, before and after.
Okay, I was
Not
about to
during.
say.
I'm not an a-hole.
Okay.
No, he actually filmed the entire movie on
I
his
did.
phone
I actually
for me,
pirated
so I could watch it.
Yeah. No, I actually thought that it was, I mean, it's pretty rough. I'm not going to deny that. Here, do you want to hold his other
Oh,
hand?
please, could I?
You want to hold his other
Yeah,
hand?
that'd be nice.
We'll hold them
There we
together.
go. That's great.
So I actually thought that it wasn't awful, I guess, but it was very much so not good. And I thought that, like you said, I agree with what both of you said. Like, I think that a lot of the visuals were great, and emphasis on most, of the musical sequences were really well done, I thought.
Okay.
I didn't hate the musical sequences.
Okay, my thoughts about that were like the reprises of like them were just very drawn out and just not needed. But like when it was originally like sang, like they reprised like the same song, I want to say like a few times throughout, and I'm like, come on, give me something new. Let me and they just kept talking about like this mountain. Like, this is not a spoiler. For some reason, a mountain is brought up several times, and I'm like, they go nowhere with it.
I feel like it could have been like an empire or like crime empire, since that is what the Joker basically does.
Right, like yeah, like it take. It's like yeah. I mean, I don't know. I kind of understood that part. I think I was going to hate the musical aspect. I went in thinking the musical aspect was going to be a little corny, but I think that they did it in a way that you are very passionate about this.
They only let Lady Gaga actually belt once.
Well, yeah, she's in like an asylum.
Yeah, but like if you're gonna have her sing, let her belt. Let her sing, not whisper sing. Like, like
okay.
that was her entire movie.
Okay.
Okay, here's what I'll say about the singing. I know, so she said before the movie came out that she basically learned to not be able to sing. Mm-hmm. She unlearned how to sing. But I feel like it does. And I feel like it should have been the opposite. Like, I feel like they should have given Joaquin a little more singing training. And then they could have had, like, actually good sounding, like, voices. Not that they were too awful, but it was just like, they could have been, like, a lot better with the music.
This is the worst person you know's La La Land. And
That's true.
So
This film is basically a parody of a twisted, dark parody of La La Land.
So La La Land.
Speaking of Lady Gaga, what did you guys think of her new cover album, Harley Quinn?
I didn't realize there was going to be a bunch of covers going into it, but I don't know. I think it was a thoroughly good cover album. It was. I saw a tweet, and it said that Lady Gaga released the album to prove that she can sing.
Yeah.
She unlearned and then she learned again, so
Yeah.
she can release the album. And I like how they're all songs that are in the movie. Even if in the movie she doesn't sing them, like if it's just like a Joaquin Phoenix solo in the movie, she ends up singing the song in the album. And while they are covers, they're all great. In fact, I want All My Good Morning Stands to rise up because I think that was the best one in the companion album.
I agree.
And I would have hated like one or two like original songs maybe that she could have written for the movie.
I agree.
But I thought it was just through and through just a really good album, and I thought it was a good accompaniment to the movie.
It was, yeah.
And like you could tell with her just like promoting and just the release of this album Harlequin, like that she's like inspired by it. Like she was inspired by playing the character. She was inspired by like making the album, and I feel like this might. I'm being optimistic. This might usher in like a new era of Lady Gaga, honestly.
I know she's already been in the studio making new music.
Yeah,
and
like
it wasn't just for this either.
Die with a Smile.
Oh, Die with a Smile.
Not a music block. Not a music block.
Yeah, another conversation for another time.
Well, it is a music block. But.
Speaking of Gaga, I did want to say I felt like they kind of nerfed her in the movie.
Yeah,
I agree.
Well, I
100%.
know that they
100%.
cut a lot of scenes. Like I know that when they first released stills from the movie before it came out,
Yeah.
there was the one of her with like smeared makeup and short hair in an elevator, and
Yeah,
that scene wasn't in the movie at all.
Or that one like leak where she like kisses a reporter outside of the
Yes.
trial.
Yeah.
Not in the movie.
Peter, what did you think?
Of the overall film, well, here's the thing. I hated it walking it out, and I basically went through the 5 stages of grief just to process this.
You know what? That's a great description.
Yes.
And but after I went through that, I kind of like the worst thing for me was like the ending, but like the more I processed,
And he pissed me off. Todd Phillips, when I find you.
Yeah.
what were you saying?
Todd Phillips, watch out for Nick.
I wish we could talk about the ending, but yeah, I agree. I don't think we should. Well, because
get into
I didn't realize the ending until like
Rocco called me.
I called it because my mom calls me and she's like, "Hey, I was listening to this radio show and they told me about the ending and it was this."
And I go, Rocco, it's this. He goes, like, there's like 10 seconds of stunned silence. He goes, "You're kidding me." I was like, "No." And he goes, I'm gonna have to go take a star off my letterbox with you. I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah, yeah. It kind of ruined it warped my perception of the movie because it's like, why would they do that? But I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of music, be sure to stay tuned because the cast are going to be talking about Charli XCX and her music.
Welcome back. If this summer has had a dominating album, Charli XCX's Brat is the album of the summer. From the early 2000s inspired club album to the Sweat Tour with Charli and Troye Sivan, and now most recently an entire remix album with numerous big name artists collaborating. From Lorde to Kesha, We here at the Blurb have had a lot of thoughts, and the Brat wave is showing no signs of slowing down. So
I think it has actually. But
Really?
it's okay. I think now that it's fall, things are.
Sorry, it's so glaringly green. I was not ready for that. I was not ready for that.
Is your underwear brat green?
The callback.
Anne Marie callback.
No, but Brat definitely took over my life. I checked right before the break. It was the #1 listened album that I had over the course of the last 6 months.
Wow.
And I think it's my 250th most listened album of all time. So definitely was obsessed with it.
That's fair.
Yeah, I had a Brat summer. Lowe's Garden Center.
There's
watering
nothing more
plants.
Brat than the Lowe's Garden Center.
I was singing along to Lord. There were no customers. We were dead.
Yeah.
Average
Yeah.
Lowe's experience.
Yeah, I remember the first time I listened to Brat. I was like, so honestly, I don't know that I really listened to Charli before Brat came out.
I definitely did.
Honestly.
I did.
And I was like, oh, whatever, everybody's talking about, give it a try. Then I fell down a rabbit hole and listened to her entire discography, like song to song. And, but I just think Brat is probably her magnum opus.
Yeah.
I mean, at least that's what I think. But
See, I know Sam's got some.
I like How I'm Feeling Now more, but that's not part of this discussion.
I like Charli more. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like that's her best.
Notice how nobody here said Crash.
Well, Crash was bad.
Oh,
to be honest.
If Vroom Vroom counts, song for song, Vroom Vroom might be the best. But
That's fair.
Other than that.
I really like this album, and I was hyped when the remixes started dropping, especially Brat, but it's the same.
Yeah.
Brat and it's different,
Brat
but
is
it's
the
the
same. But there's 2 songs, so it's different.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I really like that one.
Which had, I think it was 2 songs, Spring Breakers
Spring
and
Breakers,
Hello
Guess,
Goodbye.
and Hello Goodbye. Yeah.
And a Guess,
Oh, yeah.
thank you.
Yes.
I didn't really tune in too hard. I was more just listening to the original album because I like how it kind of circulates back towards, like with 360 to 365.
I listened to the one with there's 2 new songs, or whatever, or 3 songs.
Yep.
I listened to that one more, just because I could get the full.
Right.
I just didn't like the album cover. I was like, this is fine.
Well, I didn't either, but
It's too much word, too much reading.
I liked Guess more than Spring Breakers and Hello Goodbye.
Yeah.
I agree.
I liked Spring Breakers more
I was gonna say, I'm
than
Spring Breakers.
Guess. But when the Billie Eilish remix came out, I think that very quickly became.
Charli
I'll
XCX,
say-
she knows I'd hate it.
The Billie Eilish remix made me like Guess more, and then the Kesha remix made me like Spring Breakers more. I feel like that just kind of.
Kesha was okay. We have a lot of big artists on this.
Oh, absolutely.
We have a lot to get through, and I had a list. I don't think it's here, but and I'm blanking on it horrifically. But
Oh, okay, I'll say one.
oh yeah, run it.
Blade on his remix was very good. They just needed to push him up more.
That was
They're-
mixed well.
Yeah, and he's so quiet, but you can hear that he's spitting. Like if you really listen, you're like,
was.
this is good Blade. And Blade with Charli XCX, especially like in the A.G. Cook type beat. I don't know who did the beat, but it's like with the sound off Brat and his vocals, it's really good, but you can't hear him at all. And then the Carolina Polachek.
Oh,
Yep.
everything
gotta
is
love the
romantic.
Charli XCX Caroline Polachek fanfic. Absolutely spectacular.
Which song had Addison Rae on it?
Von Dutch.
Von Dutch.
Not a fan.
Really?
Yeah, me
I
neither.
agree.
See, I
Really?
I love the original version of Von Dutch, but I'm just not an Addison Rae fan in general. Not even just music, I just in general.
See, I don't listen to Addison Rae much, but I did really like her remix of it. I just like the scream in it. It's got that bratty angst to it.
It does have the angst to it, but the context was just very weird. It was like, okay, you're a person who danced on
Yeah.
TikTok, and now you're acting like, oh, those girls hate me.
I will say that this song is not really club-esque. It's more crying in the club-esque.
Yeah.
But the 1975 and the John Hopkins song of I Might Say Something Stupid is, I think, genuinely one of my favorites from the remix album.
I agree. I
Like-
agree. I mean, I like nice.
Can I
I
throw
love
in a hot
those.
I know
take?
you do too.
I thought it was the worst.
That's fair. No,
kidding.
that's
Yeah.
also that's the thing is that people are gonna be like, this is the worst one because it's like very like bah over here.
The reason I say that though is because I Might Say Something Stupid originally was such like a very heartfelt track. The vibe of it was really well done, and I really related to what Charli was saying about that like anxiety and how you might ruin your image around people and
Yeah.
that idea. 1975 just kind of made it some like crappy melodic like, and don't get me wrong, I love
That's fair.
1975. I just feel like the vibe was horrible.
See, I've also known about them since their album Notes on a Conditional Form, and
Right.
it's very reminiscent of that sound, which I really liked. So it's like, but I completely get where it's coming from because it is for sure a very like jarring difference from the rest of the album. How do we? Sorry, go ahead.
I think my favorite out of all the remixes is definitely with Lord.
Yeah.
I
that
think
even a
that
question?
might be the best
That's-
song.
Is that even a question?
No, I don't know if it's the best song off Brat, but it's definitely, in my opinion, the best remix.
Easily.
I agree.
I really like the Billie Eilish one. I think Billie Eilish was a great.
I like
That was
both
a great
of them,
one.
but I think that the Lord
one
might
is-
be a little bit better.
That's
Girls-
the
Girls So
iconic
Confusing.
one. Yeah.
Easily. Talk about another bad one, the Mean Girls remix with Joey and Casablanca.
Well, Mean Girls, just in general, is a bad song.
It wasn't
it's my
good
least
to
favorite
begin with.
off the album.
The remix sucked though. It sounded like a Minecraft parody. Like,
Yeah.
get that man out of the studio.
And all the promo images, he used pictures of him from like 20 years ago to make him
Oh
not
my
look too old. I don't know if you guys saw that, but all the tweets people would make about it used old pictures because he's like 40 or something. He's like old.
He's old, yeah.
And he's using
Yeah.
auto-tune.
It's really funny because like dude's just singing about like his divorce and like how he messed up and it's about our Mean Girls.
Mean Girls.
This conversation reminds me of that really violent video of Frankie Valli coming out with all his really young dancers, and he comes out and he's just like,
And
with
he
his
barely
like however
walks.
however old he
Like,
is. That's what
get
reminds
that
me of.
man in the retirement home. There was also the Ariana Grande
Yeah.
remix.
That one was really good.
Those are
Surprisingly
really
good.
I
solid.
really
one was
love
good
that
to me,
one.
surprisingly.
I'm not the biggest Ariana Grande fan. I don't
I'm
really
not
like
either.
her stuff, but
I think that
so I didn't.
a lot of her
expect to
songs
like
are.
it.
I think that they pair well together.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I agree.
sure.
I agree.
I'm really trying to like
Talk with Troye Sivan. You want to talk?
Yeah. I mean that's my song. I've been tuning that, blasting that every time I'm in the Glass studio.
And
it always comes up.
And we got to see it live.
Ah.
Talk featuring Troye Sivan
So good.
live at the Sweat Tour.
I'm really excited to see who she'll bring out for the rest of the tour
Yes.
for the remixes.
I agree.
Because that's bound to happen. I really liked the remix album though because it wasn't just like a producer taking a song and remixing it. It was like almost like new songs.
I do love that vibe. I feel like in some cases it worked really well, in some cases it definitely didn't.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm very mixed on it. Didn't really like it that much overall, but there's still some absolutely amazing tracks. Girl So Confusing, I guess, a bunch of other stuff on there.
Now I do want to pose one question. We still have one more song off the Brat album that hasn't had a remix yet, which is Hello Goodbye. If you could have any artist on it, would you, and what artist would it be?
That's a great question.
I know. Everyone's trying to remember what Hello Goodbye sounds like.
I'm just trying to think about who.
I'm trying to think who would work on it.
Yeah,
Right?
like who
Yeah.
would-
They might be giants. I want to put that out
Yeah.
there. They might be giants.
That track.
They might be giants with Charli XCX is insane.
There was a tweet that I showed you today. It was just like, it was the meme band doing a little dance. I don't know. I'll have to think on it. I know I asked a question that I don't even know the answer to.
Yeah.
But
Sam, at that point, Neil Cicerega. I feel like.
Oh, true.
Nailed-
work.
Oh,
that's baller.
nailed
Neil
it.
Cicerega could work.
That's baller. Well, we have our answer. That's it, guys. That's the block. We're going to go ahead and take us out of the club and back to the studio where we'll be talking about childhood throwbacks. Bumping that.
Nostalgia, whether it be talking about our childhood toys, silly bands, or our favorite television shows, nostalgia is everywhere. And here at the Blurb, we like to yap, so why not yap about our favorite childhood throwbacks? Let's take a trip down memory lane.
Yes. Absolutely.
Okay, so starting off, I saw someone here.
Oh, is it Steven Universe again?
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of find it funny. I think this is the third time I've mentioned Steven Universe on this show.
You're typecasting yourself at this point.
I am.
dude.
You know what? I don't care. It's my Desert Island show. I'll say it again, and it fits the block, so why not? That's definitely one of the most nostalgic things for me, for sure. I keep realizing that I'm pretty sure I could recite every single song from that show from memory right
out.
now.
Makes sense.
Like this moment.
You know
In
what?
order.
No shame.
Thank you.
No shame.
Thank you.
Real.
I also saw Skylanders.
Okay.
Oh, bro.
Yes.
Dude.
So I used to play like Skylanders all the time with my little brother. I would, so they were my little brother's Skylanders, but I would play them with him and I would play them with my best friend in the basement of my mom's house on her Xbox 360.
Yeah.
Like very vivid memories
Vibing.
of this.
My best friend and I first met and bonded over Skylanders, and those were the days, man. Those were the days.
Yeah.
Now, I'm ashamed to say I never actually owned Skylanders for myself, but I would play it at friends' houses.
I never owned them. They were my brother's.
I was also a little bit of a Lego Dimensions kid.
Ooh.
If anyone remembers Lego Dimensions, it's kind of niche, but also not really.
I was into Legos themselves, not really Lego Dimensions.
Well,
I remember
that
a lot.
fell down.
Yeah,
That was part of it. Was my Lego obsession too.
Did you guys play with Beyblades?
Yes,
Yes, I did a little bit.
I had Beyblades, yeah.
My brother had Beyblades, and he had like a little arena in his room, and we would all like gather around his little arena and just scream, "Let it rip!"
Yeah, you have to say "let it." If you
Yeah.
don't say "let it rip,"
if you
you're
don't
not
say
really
"let it
playing
rip,"
Beyblade.
you're gonna be cursed
You're a
by
fake
the
Beyblade fan.
Beyblades.
It's true. You're not really a Beyblade fan.
Yeah.
You're not saying "let it rip."
Now this one I didn't have. Well, maybe I did get one, but I was never really into it. Was Bakugan.
Ooh, why did my brother have all of these? Like, and I didn't. I just stole
Well, I
all
remember
his
that they were
stuff.
like little dragons. I think I got one in like a McDonald's Happy Meal one time
Yeah,
or
they
something.
did do.
Yes.
And it was like, I remember they turned it. I had one my entire life. I never really played with it, but I thought they were fun.
I always wanted the purple one that we like used on the graphic, but I never got to have it.
Oh, I didn't.
I always
don't
wanted
remember.
that one.
I remember like
I just thought it looked neat.
my biggest
Oh, I had the
Bakugan
black
memory.
one. The all black one. That was the one I had. I literally got that one
Whoa.
from
I think I had
McDonald's.
some of these. I had this orange one up here and like this red guy, I think. But
Yeah.
Bakugan were really cool. I also remember, I think my most traumatic Bakugan memory was
Traumatic?
when my mom got rid of all of them without I knowing. And then,
Gasp.
yeah, it was a sad day.
No.
As I said in A Block, I am a silly bands advocate.
Oh my god.
I had
yes.
silly bands upon silly bands. I had many. I had, like those ones, the animal ones. I think I had SpongeBob ones. I had Phineas and Ferb ones. I had just a bunch of other like little random ones that were just like whatever, like household objects and stuff.
Yeah,
I would,
they were
yeah.
the randomest thing.
I would wear it like they were Rolexes.
So-
Like,
Oh,
I would
yeah.
have them up and down both my arms.
I had
it was
the
crazy.
rainbow ones. I had the rainbow ones.
oh, the way, yeah.
And so in summer camp, we actually got silly bands banned because people were like trying to like steal them from each other. And we were doing trades, but we literally got them banned because people were getting violent over silly bands.
In
It
our
got heated.
in our elementary school, like literally were like Rolexes because your
Yeah.
status was determined by how many silly bands you had going up your arm. And we actually got them banned because it was like kids were like cutting off their circulation because they had too many silly bands.
They were cheap,
on their
and I
hand.
remember my mom would just come home like every other week with a bag of them and be like, "Here, I got you more." And I was like,
Yeah, it was an addiction.
"It really was."
Yeah.
So what about Ben 10?
Ben 10, I do. It wasn't one of my my four horsemen of childhood cartoons.
Real.
But I will say I did definitely enjoy it a lot for sure.
I loved Ben 10.
Yeah.
When I first got an Apple Watch,
oh,
I,
you made it.
I made it the Omnitrix. Now it's
a
Jarvis.
good idea.
But I made it the Omnitrix, and I actually had the toy one, and it would give you little discs that you can put in,
Yeah, I had
and
that
it would
one.
like light up with whatever the alien was that he would turn into, and it would like say things in their voice and stuff. And I watched Ben 10 a lot, specifically with my cousins.
Which version was your favorite?
The original, and then
The original, really? Okay.
yes, but I also really like Alien Force.
Alien 4, I think Ultimate Alien was my favorite. Because I was a sucker for those like ultimate
I wasn't a
forms.
fan of
I was.
Omniverse.
I have mixed feelings about it.
Yeah, the animation changed and it was funky.
Yeah.
but-
Speaking about animation changes, early SpongeBob is nostalgic. Not later SpongeBob. Early SpongeBob, peak, amazing.
I
Like,
agree.
since episode 1, like, not a miss. Like, episode 1 was the one where like he was like gasping for water like at Sandy's Tree Dome. That was the pilot. Like right off the bat, bangers.
I have a confession to make. I did not care for SpongeBob as a kid.
I didn't either.
Honestly,
my mom
like-
showed it to me. No, it grew on me. Don't give me that face. It grew on me. Because I remember one time I woke up before school and my mom's like, "Hey, watch this, see if you like it." And I told her I hated it. And then it started growing on me when I was like, when I became a real man. I
thing
started
was-
liking SpongeBob.
Like my parents actually didn't let me watch it, but I didn't care because I just didn't like it. So I was
See,
like, I mean, okay,
I wasn't allowed
whatever.
to watch SpongeBob at first. My mom thought that like it was gonna make me stupid, but like she finally changed her mind when I went to a baseball game and the entire stadium was singing the theme song, and I just glared at her like,
Oh.
Are you gonna let me watch it now, Mom? Can I be a normal child? Can I watch it now? She hates it when I tell that story.
All right.
But now it's on the internet forever.
Yeah, that's true. This is a niche one for me. Toaster strudels
Yes.
are very nostalgic for me.
Okay, you know what?
Okay,
You know that
toaster
meme?
strudel niche,
I mean, it's
bro?
not really toaster strudels, but
Well,
you
it's
know
just
the,
like a niche thing to have like a childhood throwback to.
That's
I
fair.
mean,
you know, like
fair.
the meme of like the two podcast hosts or whatever ask you like, oh, what's your favorite Pop Tart? And he's like, oh, you want a real answer? The 2003 Spider-Man Limited Edition, or whatever.
Yeah.
For me, that is the Christmas like gingerbread Pop Tarts that were discontinued in 2016, and they had like the printouts
I didn't know this
on
existed.
like the Pop Tart, and they like the ink would like come off on your tongue. It probably wasn't good for you.
oh, you're talking about
But
Pop-Tarts.
Pop Tarts, yeah. I know. It
Okay.
just made me think of it. Made me think
Speaking
of
of like ink coming off on your tongue, the fruit roll-ups that did that.
I agree. The cherry
yes.
ones were the best. Those are my favorite.
that. Wait, aren't toaster strudels like kind of like the same thing as Pop Tarts? No.
They're flaky. They're like
Yeah.
flakier and have like a.
Yeah.
well, I guess they have like a filling.
But before we wrap up Teen Titans,
Oh yeah.
I mean,
baby.
come on.
I love that.
Come on.
Isn't it awesome?
Yes, that's so awesome.
Yeah.
Again, I feel like we're mentioning Teen Titans for like the third time,
It's
but
okay.
again, I am okay with that because also one of my Desert Island shows, 100%.
Yeah.
Real.
Absolutely.
Yeah, fundamental to my childhood.
While we might look at our childhood memories with rose-colored glasses, some things we have to look at with clear lenses and just stare in horror. Next, we're going to play a game about all of the awful things that Kanye West has done during his career.
One of the worst things about having Kanye West as one of your favorite artists of all time is having to just deal with his crap. Seems like every day I hear the most outlandish stuff that Kanye just so happened to be responsible for. Well, today I've decided to finally embrace that low end of being a Kanye fan and quiz Grant, Rocco, and Sam about what they know about this psycho.
And
You
what a
guys
low
ready?
end it is. Huh?
Alrighty, so first question. True or false? In a fundraiser for survivors of Hurricane Katrina, Kanye unexpectedly blurted on TV, George Bush doesn't care about black people.
With Mike Myers right next to him.
Oh
Right.
wow, you just gave away the answer.
Hey, you didn't.
No, you didn't?
Well, he was
Oh,
there
maybe.
with the clip. I don't know if he's. I forget.
You
if
don't
that's,
know?
Yeah.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, show your boards.
True.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm just gonna guess true for all of these and just play it
That's
safe.
probably
That's a
the
good
easiest
strat.
way to
That's
win.
a really
I'll
good
probably
strat.
win too.
But the cutaway from the original clip is crazy.
I know.
Myers.
George Bush doesn't care about black people. Just out of context is insane. Alright, question number 2.
True.
Everyone knows Kanye crashed Taylor Swift's 2009 VMA speech because he believed Beyonce should have won the award. But is it true or false that Kanye had almost done the same thing for the same reason to Adele at the Grammys in 2016? Just like to think about it. Alrighty, 3, 2, 1. It is actually false. The person he almost did it to was Beck.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, because he's not new.
Wait, from
the Taylor
Victoria?
Swift wasn't the first time.
So yeah, it was I think the 2014 Grammys for Album of the Year, if I'm not mistaken. So everyone got that, but Sam. Alrighty, question number 3. True or false? Kanye West won against a wheelchair basketball team during a charity event, and the score was 106-0.
That seems like a Kanye thing.
It seems like a Kanye
I
thing.
remember
Is it a
seeing
Kanye
him
thing?
play against the team, but if we're getting that specific about the
No, that
score,
definitely happened.
Very specific score.
It's
too.
gonna be the score that's gonna trip me up, bud.
Alrighty, 3, 2, 1.
It's gotta be true.
It's false.
No!
But there is an edited image online
Oh, I
of
fell.
Kanye doing that, and it's the funniest thing ever. So everyone got that wrong, unfortunately.
Oh, I
but-
fell
oh
for
my God.
misinformation.
I really wish it was true.
That's so bad.
I could really see it happening though.
Yeah.
I believed it, yeah. That's why I
Alrighty,
put
so
true.
currently we're at 2, 2, and 1. So,
Okay.
Sam, you gotta up it up here. All right, we're moving on to multiple choice. Question 4. In a BBC interview, Kanye criticized the creative director of Polaroid at the time, stating, "What the F does she know about cameras? Who was the creative director?
Oh.
Is it A, Taylor Swift, B, Lady Gaga, C, Rihanna, or D, Ariana Grande?"
The fact that I have this entire quote in my head,
Bro, I don't know.
Same
bar
here.
for bar.
Same here. Alrighty, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is B. Everybody got that.
I love Gaga. What does she know about?
What the heck does she know about cameras? She's the creative director of Polaroid. Alrighty.
Such a good photo.
Question number 5. Kanye and his wife Bianca Censori are banned from a boat company in Venice for what reason? Is it A, they were smoking weed on the boat, B, Kanye was being rude to the Jewish boat captain, C, Kanye and Bianca were getting freaky, or D, Bianca was drunk and screaming horrific things?
Okay.
Alrighty, show your answers in 3, 2, 1.
C.
Correct answer, C.
Oh, I almost guessed that.
So there's actually a bunch of photos online of Kanye's just bare ass.
Oh.
And it's so funny.
Can we pull
So everyone
And here
except
it is.
there it is, right there. Everyone except Grant got that one.
Dang. Oh.
I thought I would trip Rocco and Sam up on that.
Ooh.
I'm surprised they knew that.
That was
I
Alrighty.
almost guessed C too.
So, question number 6. Kanye's 2021 album Donda had been delayed for many reasons. Which of the following is Sam knows it. Which of the following is one of them? Is it A, there was a bee in the studio, B, Playboi Carti refused to perform on a song, C, Kanye was cursing out the CEO of Twix instead of showing up to a studio section, or D, Kanye got into a fight with Pierre Bourne, causing a delay in production speed?
these are all really good because they've
Is it-
all happened.
Yeah,
Is there
exactly.
an E, all of the above option?
Well, are they the reason for delaying Donda? You got to think about that.
Do you guys remember the push-up scream for Donda?
Alrighty, show your answers in 3, 2, 1.
Okay, well, I know A was because of that was for Life of Pablo, right?
That was the correct answer.
What?
I think that was for Donda.
Wait, A was the right answer?
A
in
was
the
the right
studio?
answer. I swear
I know he tweeted.
You can
it.
fact check me
No.
on this, but the tweet is,
Because there's a B.
thank you
No,
for being
that's
loyal.
what? No, that profile picture was pre-Donda
Really?
because he had his Twitter removed.
Fact check.
Fact
I
check?
also
Should we
could be
fact check
lying,
this?
But I want to fact check that at some point.
Okay, well, I'll give you guys a hold on that for now.
Hold on that one.
Hold on that one, but Sam got it right. Not yet. Anyway.
Get it right.
Question number 7. Kanye was banned from Twitter and Instagram in 2022 for what reason? Is it A, Kanye and Elon got into a fight? B, Kanye said he was going DEFCON 3 on Jewish people? C, Kanye tweeted that Amish are the living demons of America? Or D, Kanye had accidentally posted nudes of himself to Instagram?
I feel like the anti-Semite thing was before 2022. Like that was earlier, wasn't it?
Think
I
about
can't
it.
tell you.
Let me know when
I
you're
don't
good,
think it was
Grant.
just one answer.
Alrighty.
No.
Show your
Isn't
answers
it?
in 3, 2, 1. It's B.
Yeah.
That was
And
during
it's not even
2022.
DEFCON. I think he puts DEFCON.
During the whole White Lives Matter
That's
thing, and he had a whole
yeah.
tweet about
That's
it. When I would
insane.
go,
It's evil.
I
Like, it's
am
actually
going
just an evil
DEFCON
post.
3 on Jewish people.
That's crazy.
My favorite Kanye tweet is the one with Trump, though, where he's like, we have twin dragon energy.
Oh no.
So everyone got that question right, just want to preface. All right, question number 8. This is, by the way, this is written response now, so
Oh boy.
you're gonna actually have to write out the answers. It'll be a tiny bit harder, but if you know them, you got them. Which SNL cast member did Kanye show getting kidnapped, brutally mauled, and buried alive in his music video for Easy?
An SNL cast
What?
member?
SNL
I know
cast
you know
member.
that. You have to know.
Do you
this.
know this?
Not off
I
the
feel
top
like
of my
Sam would
head.
know
I
this.
would have to think.
Was that
I
what the
don't-
music video
That was
was?
in the
SNL
music video
cast
for
member.
Easy.
Like I have to write a character.
I'm just gonna guess. I
Wait,
don't
was it a
know.
man or a woman?
Is there a list of like?
Was it a man
Is
or
there
a
a-
woman?
It was you'll have to figure it out.
Well,
gotta
can you
write-
just...
Do you have like a list of people or anything? Or
I have the
I'm just
answer. I have the
guessing.
right answer.
I have
Just
no
think
clue.
about it. Think
Was it a
about
guy
SNL
or a
cast
guy?
member
Okay.
that Kanye wouldn't
don't
like.
know.
Also, I just got to fact check the B question was wrong.
What
It
was
was
the
not
actual-
for Donda. It was for
Do I get a
believe
point for fact
Yandi.
checking that crazy?
So we're gonna go ahead and just eliminate that question.
Okay.
I'm
I'm just saying. I knew that Kanye lore.
I swear to God, it was for Donda. I don't know why.
It's not, but it's worth the shot.
Well, mine
job,
is also
Rocco.
wrong, because I don't know who it is.
All right, is everyone ready?
Oh, that's definitely wrong.
Yeah, I have no clue.
3, 2, 1.
It's-
I
Is he
put
even-
Andy
I don't even know this
Samberg.
guy's
Pete Davidson.
SNL cast
He
member.
was,
Who
but
was
it's
it?
not.
Pete Davidson.
Oh, true!
Pete Davidson.
Oh.
I
Because that
forgot.
was in 2022
Oh, I'm thinking
and
of
he
a
hated
wrong
him 'cause of-
era.
It's very brutal too.
Yeah.
Very, very weird, but
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I was on
remember
that
this.
whole era.
Doesn't he like burn? Does he burn it too, or am I crazy?
wow.
he does a lot of stuff that I don't
Okay.
want to accidentally say. Alrighty. Question number 9. This is going to be the last question. There is another person that Kanye ended up crashing on stage after he lost an award. This time, it was for the MTV Europe Music Awards, which went to who?
What year was this?
2009, I believe?
Yeah, that's not gonna help you.
2007? I don't know.
It has to be Kesha.
I have no clue.
I don't expect anyone to get this, but we'll see.
I don't know.
There is a very famous Kanye quote that goes with it, though, I will say. I'll give you that hint.
I don't know, man.
I only
Alrighty.
know the Taylor Swift.
Is everyone ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
I put Beck again.
It's gotta be Brett.
Answer is Justice.
Yeah, I never
Really?
never would have guessed that.
That was the one where Kanye went, "Oh hell nah! That video cost me $1 million, fam."
Oh yeah.
I can hear that in my head.
Hey, remember when he was on Alex Jones?
Alrighty, well, our winners today are Rocco and Sam, with 4 points for both of you. So congratulations, you guys did good. Let's go Kanye. All right. That's all the time we have today for The Blurb. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and subscribe to our YouTube channel at BSC The Blurb to see more of our beautiful faces and to get more of that celebrity by tuning back next Tuesday at 8 p.m. for more Hollywood at Kent. Have a great night, Portage County.